Welcome to the Randy Report. I'm Randy Slovacek, your host. I'm also the writer and editor of therandyreport.com, where you can find me every single day on the internet reporting on the daily news cycle in terms of politics, pop culture, and entertainment news of interest to the LGBTQ community and its allies. Today, I'm chatting with acclaimed producer and music artist DJ Bill Bennett, who's set to drop his fantastic new album, DILF Part 1, on February 14th. I've known Bill's music for several years, including a 6 Degrees of Separation moment back in 2011, which we get to in our chat. Bill began his music career in the 1990s as a much in-demand DJ in Detroit. Then Warner Brothers came calling, and Bill handled DJ duties for part of Madonna's Drowned World Tour, which spun into official remixes for Frozen and Erotica. It was only onwards and upwards for Bill since then. While I enjoy dance and house music, DILF Part 1 is new musical terrain for me compared with what I knew of Bill's previous work as a producer. Deeply human lyrics about his own experiences in love and loss, rich tribal rhythms, soaring vocals, a relatable perspective as a gay man who's lived some life, and of course, top-shelf production. Along with his new music, Bill and his video team have generated a lot of well-deserved attention through eye-catching next-level music videos that not only support the song's storytelling, but also offer engaging eye candy. And no one's mad at that. Originally, my plan was to focus on DILF Part 1, but while prepping for our chat, I discovered even more terrific music Bill has released over the past year, so I had to include that as well. Here's one of my favorite new songs by Bill, titled John, written as a musical meditation about his real-life friend, John. From the arresting, vulnerable lyrics to the sweeping, layered vocals, you'll see why I'm so taken with this track. Take a listen, and then we'll chat with DJ Bill Bennett.
I was young when I met you, John. You were rugged, handsome, strong. Showed me corners of the church I'd never seen. Your music filled those sacred walls. Every Sunday, every call. You were everything a holy man should be. Then they found out out like you were nothing at all. Watched your world come crashing down as you left that small town ground. That's when everything began to fall. Oh, John, I think of you each day. Wonder if there was something I could say to pull you back. Slipped away, oh John, I'm praying for the time when I can hold you and you'll be fine. Till then, you're always on my mind. You met someone, thought it was the one. Two souls together, finally one. We lost touch somewhere along. Hurting you inside. different paths that we all take. If only I had seen the needle in your arm. If only I had known the signs. Maybe I could have stopped time. Maybe I could have kept you safe from harm. Oh, John, you're with me every day. In every single word I pray. I'm holding on till we meet again someday. Oh, John, I know you tried your best. Now I pray you're finally at rest. Till I can hold you once again. I was young when I met you, John. Now you're gone, but not long gone. I'll carry you until we meet again.
Bill Bennett, DJ Bill Bennett. Wait. What do I call you?
Just Bill. Unfortunately, the reason I had to keep DJ in was because I had albums from 15 years ago when I was a DJ. So I had to, when you go to Apple and all the streaming services, if I didn't keep that, they would have been separated. So
I've known your music for a long time, all the way going back to, 2011. Matt Zarley, who's an award-winning recording artist, you did a remix of his We Belong track for his Trevor Project charity album, blah, 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 in 2011. And ironically, technically, Bill, we have worked together. I sang background vocals for the original track that you eventually remixed everything.
So you were the chorus.
I'm actually in the chorus of We Belong.
I remember him saying like, "Oh, I got friends in LA who are doing the background." How serendipitous is that?
So I've known your name for
That's
so
crazy.
long. Folks, this started out being an interview about Bill's new album, DILF Part 1. It is impossible for me to stay on track on my own interview because you have so much incredible music, especially from the past couple of years. And the point I'm getting to, I see DJ Bill Bennett, and the first thought I think of is DJ. I'm thinking house music. I'm thinking dance clubs. I'm thinking that. I am now listening to your new music of the past year, and it is eminently listenable. This is some incredible stuff, and it's so rangy, and it's very emotional. The lyrics really reach into humanity. I can't turn the album off. I knew you could produce. We knew that. Your background vocals, they're tribal, they're gospel. The song John has, I just listened to it 10 minutes ago, so it's going to happen to me too.
Yeah, tough one.
I'm thinking when we started talking a couple of weeks ago about this interview, DJ Bill Bennett, and my mind is blown. Tell me about this new album that's coming out, DILF Part 1. What was the inspiration for this?
It really started a couple albums ago when I was getting out of a really dark place with a really toxic relationship. And it wasn't just with a romantic relationship. It was I was really just in a bad place. And I started writing, and I was going to write a book. And my goal was to write a book to help guys who've been what I've been through, because I had no one to lead me out. You go to YouTube and you look at all these videos, and they're all women talking about, but I never had a gay man say, "I've been through this. You can get through this." And I was totally alone. So my goal is to write a book, and I have extremely intense case of ADD. And John, he was a musical director at a big church who's a good friend of mine, who actually did the chorus on Abigail's Forever Young on the remix album. He was the backup vocals. He read some of it and he's like, "Bill, these are songs." And I'm like, no, and we started playing and editing it up. And then I realized I had a gift for just writing lyrics, and I just started kicking all these songs out. And then I put them on a shelf. And in the past, I've worked with many artists, excluding Matt, what I'm about to say right now, but a lot of them were extremely high maintenance, and it's a huge pain. Sony screwed me. I mean, it was a bad time. And I just told John, I'm like, because I'd done a lot of the background vocals on my earlier dance stuff, like on Breakaway and stuff. John's like, "Why don't you do them?" And I'm like, no. And so we started playing around with it. And if you could actually hear from the Monster and Super Empath and some of the earlier albums, I slowly gained more confidence in their range and also learning how to work Ableton and some of the computer programs. I mean, you can really tweak some stuff, but I also sing with another church here. So I have a lot of coaches and different things to pull from. And DILF, which obviously we know what that means. I used to do club marketing. I know how to market. So I know I needed something to grab attention. But my goal was once they got in, it's kind of a bitch slap because you're expecting this DJ Bill Bennett, put your hands in the air, wave and see this, don't care. And the next thing you know, you're crying.
Yes. You drew me in.
I love that swirl. And Mix Magazine in the UK, I sent them the album months ago and they wrote a review that blew my mind. They said I was changing the dance floor. I can't remember what they said, but basically like he's bringing emotion to the dance floor like they've never seen in the dance industry.
I would concur.
Like, wow. I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. I don't know. It's like an onion, man. I thought I was done. And then John passed, he overdosed. And I think Soulmate, which was one of the first songs I did, and I know how this sounds. That song has soul.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't me. It felt like he was with me. I thought it was just me, but my friends who have heard it and people who have reached out to me, they're like, I'm in my car crying. There's a depth to that song. And originally, if I shouldn't tell anybody this because give it away, but I used the beat from Sonique's Feel So Good from the 90s. I loved that song. Mm-hmm. So I wanted that kind of beat, and I kind of just started weaving it all in. But something happened in the studio that it wasn't me. It was a spiritual thing, and it's very strange. But ever since I've been doing these songs that mean something, I feel like I'm just like a catalyst, and there's something. I feel like John's with me. It's crazy.
Well, I have to tell you, the lyrics to all of these songs really strike me. Again, you think you're going to, this is going to dance. Oh, good beats, good production. But the lyrics, like even in the title track for DILF, really embrace taking back our self-respect. It's about owning ourselves again.
I love the line about, I saw you doing lines in the corner.
Yeah.
And you want to like get with me. It's not going to happen. Like, it's everything I've experienced and I've been there. And this feels really good to be on the other side of it finally and look back and be able to like, it's not in this album, but Don't Call Me Daddy.
Which I love.
My manager's going to kill you for saying this, but the top 3 songs of mine, the most streamed, were in my trash bin. I had no intentions of releasing them. The line about you hear Prince or Madonna or Michael Jackson, it's a TikTok to you. Like, I've experienced that. You talk to these kids, they're like, huh? So to be able to put those little things in that really resonate with guys our age, because I don't feel I have no desire to make the music I made 20 years ago. It's like, put your hands in the air. Yeah, wait. I wanted to put something out there to help people. And for some reason, the video clips is what took it off, but people are resonating with it.
Well, I need to mention also along that in doing all this research, I love that you're not 22. And you know what I mean when I say that? I love that you're of our age. And I love that your videos really work off of how you look. And for the folks who are not seeing him right now, I need to tell you, go watch the videos because it's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of eye candy, and it's a whole lot of ear candy. All of your videos, so visually cool. Music videos are a funny thing for me because oftentimes I think people get so worried about being clever that the music video doesn't relate to the song. And we kind of have this split in what's actually being said. Are we paying attention to the visual? Are we paying attention to the music? Are we paying attention to the voice? Are we paying attention to the production? Your music videos bring this all together so easily. They're eminently watchable. And thank you for all the shirtless videos because we love it. Where does all of this visual content come from? Where do you just constantly riff off of things in your brain and take them to your guys? And because it's terrific stuff.
It's the stupidest story I'm embarrassed to tell you. So when I lived in Orlando, I moved to the other side of town one day, and I used to ride my bike to the gym at like 8 a.m. every morning. And I took a shortcut, which was behind this place called Full Sail University, which I really didn't know what it was. And when you go back behind it, there was this big area of like it was a really cool area. It kind of looked like a little Hell's Kitchen area. And there'd be kids out there with their laptops and stuff with the coffee in, but it was always closed. Do you know where this is going?
Yeah.
So one morning, there's a guy at the table, and I stop with my bike. I'm like, this is a really cool area. Why is it never open? And they all start laughing at me. He's like, it's a film set. You know, if I was at Universal Studios, I would have got, and I looked
You'd
around.
have figured that, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So we kept in contact, we became friends. And then he had heard some of my stuff, earlier stuff, and he said he's working on his book for graduation and videos, and he had some ideas. So he put some things together, which in the beginning it was kind of rough because a lot of it he used in the beginning was strictly AI. And I'm like, you know, he's like, you need to come see me because if you get in front of a screen, we can make them cleaner. So I went out, spent a weekend with him, and I went into the studio. I couldn't afford this. I mean, this would be a fortune. You know, I'm blessed that this happened.
It looks like a fortune, all of it.
It's just like how you see they do the superhero movies. Like I'm in a green screen, they put the dots on me, turn here, turn here. We did storyboards for all the songs for the album. Sit in a truck, you're on a roller coaster. I think the hardest part for me was being emotional and being in situations where I'm crying. I knew him, so I was more comfortable, but there's other people there, but I knew the importance of what I wanted to portray. And then when he sent it back to me, over the past 3 months, they've gone to a level. The shark one.
Oh, the shark one.
It looks better than any shark movie I've ever seen.
It does. It looks better than any shark movie.
Then the Mannequin Man video.
Yes.
The mannequins kissing me back was never part of the plan. And when he sent that to me, I was like, holy shit. But they just keep getting better and better.
I started with the music, then I see the videos, and I'm just blown away. There has been a lot of music in this past year, it seems to me, because there was Fire and Ice double album.
Probably Monster and Super Empath were 24, and then Fire and Ice was 25, DILF 26.
So I have to ask you about your work habit, because this is a lot of music. Is this personal drive? Does creativity not leave you alone?
It's a combination of both, but mostly what I found was, I don't know if you've seen the videos for The Phone Don't Lie and sexting. Like when he started turning it around and I started watching the dysfunction of my relationship in a video, it brought me closure, the closure I never was able to get from my partner. And I got to see it in a different way. It's the best therapy I ever had. I wanted to get it out because I've been carrying that sadness for so long. It was just like this vortex of healing. I can't explain it. It's amazing.
Tell me where Soulmate came from.
It's about when you have a connection with somebody, and as you get older, you look back at your life and you see the relationships you've had with people where you meet somebody immediately and you have a connection. I feel like I have a soulmate connection with you, not to freak you out, but there's something about us that just connects. But sometimes you meet that person and you know they're bad for you and you want to help them and you want to fix them. And unfortunately, sometimes they're hot and there's this voice in your head saying, run, but you keep going back. And usually the sex is incredible in the beginning. And there's a voice in your head screaming at you, this ain't good. But then you have the angel and the devil and the angel, you know, oh, he's so cute. And maybe if I fix him, I think one of the lines in the song is about, you know, I recognize the darkness in your eyes. Like you see somebody that you were and you want to help them, but they can take you. And that's what happened with my ex. Like I gave him over a year and a half and it just tore me apart. And that's what Soulmate's about.
Just another Tuesday night, trading glances across the circle, holding on so tight. The secrets that we carry to the wars we barely won, and every voice inside me says that I should turn and run. But I can't stop thinking about the way you looked at me like like you recognize something broken, something buried deep, two addicts in recovery. We know that story well. Something in your sadness feels familiar as hell. I know your darkness all too well. I see the hurt behind your eyes. Where others wrote you off and walked away, I stay to read between the lines. This is my weakness kicking in. This need to fix what's torn apart. Or are you really my soulmate, standing right here in the dark? I don't know where to start, don't know where to begin. Afraid to say hello and let this feeling in. I can't handle more heartbreak and shattered on this floor. But there's something in your face that makes me wanna know you more. Like innocence that's bruised but hasn't broken yet. Like a child on a playground trying to forget laughter when they fell down. The years of being cast aside, the pain of understanding you will never love for what's inside. I know your darkness all too well. I see the hurt behind your eyes. Where others wrote you off and walked away, I stay to read between the lines. You think you're walking darkness, friend, but I can't see your light. Wanting to break through the clouds and finally shine so bright. We both know how the story goes. We've read this book before. Two broken people reaching out, then crashing to the floor. But what if we're different? What if this time is real? What if two flickering flames can make each other maybe our flames that barely burn can give us one more chance to find a happy ever after in this recovery romance. I see you where they gave up. I recognize your fight. Maybe two addicts together can finally get it right. Or maybe that's my weakness talking, wanting someone else to save. But I can't shake this feeling that you're worth being brave. So I'll take a breath and say hello, not knowing where we'll land. Two flickering flames in the darkness, reaching out a hand.
You've mentioned that since you've been putting this music out, people have reached out to you with very personal connections to what you, well, you've also mentioned the DMs have been very interesting, which I'm certain, I mean, look at you in the videos, but people have reached out and really emotionally connected and let you know.
What was kind of surreal was I told myself in the very beginning, and I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I just kind of said to the universe, I'm going to do this. And if this can affect one person out there that is suicidal or in a dark place, like I was years ago, that's all I want. And then the letters started coming. And they're like, you don't know what this song did for me. I was in this place. I was in this place. Oh my God, you're telling my story. And then it got overwhelming. And I told my manager, I'm like, I can't handle these. I'm too busy at work. So he's every Friday, he prints them off and he takes the pornographic one. He's straight, poor guy. He thinks those and puts them away. But he prints me a stack of letters every Friday from guys. And it's heartbreaking. The thing is about being gay and being over 50, we're told we're disposable and we're made to feel like just crap. And I hate how I was raised. You don't cry, you don't complain. Like women are, you can hear them complain all day, but if you're a man, you're labeled weak, you're labeled a drama queen, there's something wrong with you, you're psycho. It's the same thing with personal training. There's the stages of grief, like DABDA, like denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. And the same thing happens with personal training. You get stuck in anger and depression, and we try to numb ourselves with either sugar, drug, sex, or alcohol. And a lot of gay guys do that. They numb themselves with all these things until they get so encased they can't break out of it. And I almost died twice. I mean, I tried a couple of times. Like I was in such a dark place, and that's what I wanted the lyrics to do, but I had never had any idea that it would get to this. I mean, you guys contacted me, which is crazy because I've done club marketing. I've done marketing for other artists. We usually come to you knocking on your door, begging for attention. The fact that you guys came to me blew my mind. I mean, you're the number one gay, and your podcast and Instinct Magazine.
Thank you.
That when that happened, honestly, I haven't told you that. That kind of made me realize, like, wow, this is going to be something more than I thought.
My editor said, I think you need to take a look at DJ Bill Bennett. And it was instant. I was like, oh, yeah.
So did you think back 10 years ago to like the mindless dance music?
No. It blew my mind because this was not what I was thinking it was going to be. I start listening to your music and the human experience that's encapsulated in each of these songs in many different ways. It's not all just, oh, I broke up, or, oh, I'm finding my self-esteem again. It was so listenable. I have to tell you, I have DILF Part 1 on for this whole past week every day. And this is like a big hit album. I hope you get the exposure that you deserve with this, because in 3 months, I'll still be playing this album. I'm going over the top, it may seem, but I've really enjoyed this experience of exploring this.
I'm more proud of Part 2 than I am Part 1.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Now, release date for DILF Part 1 is?
So Valentine's Day. It's pre-order now on iTunes, which some people have like flipped out about, but they have to understand that streaming has destroyed music and there's no money in it. So to try to make something back, we put up for pre-sale on iTunes for a month or so, and they can get instant gratification tracks. And then the whole album is February 14th. But then we decided, because there's 3 parts of DILF, we added a third. The second part goes pre-sale the same day the album goes global on Valentine's Day, where you can get a couple tracks and then wait for it to be fully released. But when I looked at the catalog, and I kind of thought of like, I think I told you this, when I write the stories and I do the music and I do the albums, I think of a play. And I thought this needs to be a story, and there's no happy ending right now. And I wanted it to kind of, it's going to be like this, and then it's going to hit you in the face like a freaking train. And then the last album is like a big giant hug. It's like a movie set. That's a trilogy. That's how I kind of view it.
Did you think DILF Part 1 was going to be just DILF?
Yep.
And then DILF Part 2 had to happen?
I have a process where I have like 500 guys that are on a website they only have access to. And I have like 800 tracks on there. And what I do is I kind of marinate them on there. And I sit them there and I see which ones they listen to the most. The ones they listen to the most, I pull back out, play around, and those make the albums. And then when I hear it, I tell myself, I haven't told the whole story. And I think that's why DILF 2, I feel I really took myself and made myself really vulnerable and just talked about darkness and then the healing. Because I felt like I was cheapening it if I just stayed surface. And I feel DILF 1, as great as I think it is in the beginning, that's just a realization of where I was. And then Part 2 really talks about the core of how I felt, what I went through. And Part 3 is really about the healing aspect of it.
Tell me about What We Were.
What We Were is a letter to everybody in my life. How it started, that I think we talked about this earlier, was that never gave me closure. And I don't want to use the word narcissist because it's used so much these days. And I'm not a psychologist or a doctor that can label people, but I have been involved with people that I know for a fact are narcissists. And I didn't know then. And when they leave you, they don't give you closure because they want to control the narrative and keep you miserable for the rest of your life. So it was my way of finally letting go of that pain and all that hurt of saying, you know, I just realized you can't love yourself, but I'm going to love me. And I'm walking away. And that's the song's a little bit longer, but I really had to pull it out and just say, you know, I think the lyrics speak for themselves. It's just that goodbye, you know, and I still love you. And that's how I'm wired, but I kind of hate you. And thank you for giving me what you gave me, because now I've grown and I've had boundaries and I'm a stronger person, and you're still a piece of crap in a nice harmonic sort of way.
Face when I close my eyes at night. Dream of parallel lives where we got it right, where you didn't pull the rug, didn't watch me fall, where you meant the words you said, meant anything at all. I kept trying to get close, hitting walls of stone, years of wondering why I felt so alone. Now I'm on the other side, and the picture's clear. You couldn't let me in, because there was nothing there. You twisted the story, made me the villain in your play, turn my pain into ammunition, use my wounds against me that way. I thought everyone could love like I love, feel like I feel, but some hearts are just empty. That's the truth I had to steal. My anger's turned to sadness, for the life you'll never know. You can't love me, can't love yourself, got nowhere left to go. You're stupid, but I still love you. That's the ghost I carry around. But I love myself enough now to stay safe on solid ground. You fed on my reaction when you pushed me to the edge. Needed the control, the narrative you could hedge. I didn't understand the game, didn't know the score. That hurting me was just your way to feel something more. But that high you chase, it never seems to last. Another person broken, another fire set too fast. And somewhere in the wreckage of all we could have been, I see you for the truth. You can't let love in. You twisted the story, made me the villain in your play, turn my pain into ammunition, use my wounds against me that way. I thought everyone could love like I love, feel like I feel, but some hearts are just empty. That's the truth I had to heal. My anger's turned to sadness, for the life you'll never know. You can't love me, can't love yourself, got nowhere left to go. It's stupid, but I still love you. That's the ghost I carry around. But I love myself enough now sorry this is your fate, the hand that you've been dealt, to never know the warmth of what true connection felt. But I can't save you from yourself, can't feel that void inside. I'm walking toward a light now, leaving you behind. The dreams are getting quieter, the what ifs fade away. I'm learning how to live again, to find my own way. You taught me who I'm not, showed me what I'm worth. Some people can't love back, that's the cruelest truth on earth. But my anger's gone to peace now, though it breaks my heart in two, that you'll never know what real love is. You can't even love you. Yeah, it's stupid, but I still care. Guess that's just how I'm made. But I love myself enough now, I'm not yours to break or trade. So here's to what we could have been, and what will never be. Here's to finally understanding, and here's to setting me free.
I don't know if you saw the clip about, there's a song I wrote on it called Disinfectant. When you watch the clips, there is such deeper meaning behind them. Like there's one of me on a roller coaster going backwards. I'm going backwards for a reason, you know? Or the Disinfectant one, I'm going through a storage locker, and the song talks about walking through a storage center full of trauma. And in each locker, there's a kid, different age. And I'm going in, opening the door, seeing that kid, which I can't believe those kids are me as a kid. He took pictures of my kid and made me hugging myself. So I'm going through the locker room, opening the doors of me in junior high, elementary, high school, and I'm pulling them out, opening the window with the sun coming in. The song's about the sun is the best disinfectant. And again, 20 years ago, I would have sat here really cocky and been like, yeah, I'm great. And I'm a conduit. There's something bigger here. I don't know what it is, but I'm just the chosen one, I feel, to be a privilege to tell this story and help other guys.
A lot of what has helped you snowball this past year is you are releasing these short videos, these like minute and a half videos. You were saying how your followers have just like skyrocketed. So as opposed to spending 5 minutes watching a music video and me being someone who enjoys the story, for social media and stuff, a minute and a half, you tell stories with these gorgeous visuals, and you've seen a huge reaction from it. Can you share about that?
Yeah, it happened really fast. I don't know what the definition of viral is. I mean, I know I'm not going viral, but for me, it is. Like I had 500 followers on Spotify, and now I'm almost at 10,000. And total streams went from 500 to almost 200,000. And it's just more and more every day. And DILF hasn't even dropped yet, so I don't know what's going to happen after that. It's just crazy. But I think I feel like I'm giving away my KFC recipe. We had this talk the other night when I told you I saw Matt Damon and Ben Affleck on Rogan saying when they make movies now, they have to do them differently because people don't have the attention span anymore. So to take a full music video and try to condense it into 90 seconds is challenging. So we do the full video, but we take clips and put it together and try to tell the story. But I think we're at a place, well, you know this, when the record labels now, my friends who have labels, they want the beef in the first 10 seconds of the song because people are swiping. And that's one thing that I love because some of my songs are 6 and 7 minutes. I'm like, I can't tell my story in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and guys who are listening, a lot of guys are asking for vinyl, but I don't think people know you can only hold 22 minutes on vinyl. So if you have 10 or 12 songs at 5, 7 minutes, you can't get it on a record.
You like an intro. We don't just jump right in there.
And I love choirs.
You do, and hallelujah that you do.
I love sampling them. I love mixing them. I live for it. I think it brings an element to the song that just gets under your skin.
From beat one, for me, I heard that aspect and I just stop in my tracks. I'm like, oh, these are my people.
I know when we're there and I cry, we're onto something. Like it was just such a moving sound. It's like a sound bath. It's like when you put it together and it comes together the right way.
Sound bath. I love that.
It's haunting. I don't do it that intentionally, but I think sometimes, maybe subconsciously I do. The songs are a higher vibration. They're more layered, they're more in depth. And when you hear them, I just think they hit you differently than a Sabrina Carpenter song, not slamming Sabrina Carpenter, but like, these pop songs these days.
That's what I'm talking about. And those are nice songs, but I did not respond.
There's a guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, but he was talking about like the Grammys this year compared to the Grammys 20 years ago. We're still listening to Billie Jean. We're still listening to The Sting, Everybody Take. We're still listening to Maniac by Michael Sembello. These songs now, we're not going to hear next year. The music industry has changed dramatically, and they're just plugging them out. I won't even talk about the AI stuff, which I've been accused of doing, which is mind-blowing. They're saying 50,000 AI songs are being uploaded daily on Spotify, and they're garbage, but it's all about money.
No, it is. It is.
It's like that. Those buckets at Chuck E. Cheese with all those colored ping pong balls. Yeah. It's like you're jumping in there trying to find the ball with the golden Willy Wonka ticket, Yeah. And there's all these balls with bacteria all over it. I'll leave it at that.
I completely get all of that. Listen, last question. I want to ask you, because having worked as a hospice nurse, you're working as a trainer, you're making all this music. What do you do to recharge? You have to recharge the battery. What do you do in downtime?
Yoga. A lot of yoga. Hot yoga. Power flow, sweat, rooms 180. It's my church. The thing I love about it is you're in a situation where you want to run and escape. And if you can take yourself and bring it down, the saying is, you can only control what's on your mat. You can take that to the outside. So when chaos comes at you, it's helped me immensely.
Bill, thank you so much again for sharing with me all of this about the music. Like I said, from the beginning, I had one expectation, and I was so pleasantly surprised by the entire package that is DILF Part 1. I'm looking forward to Part 2 already. Thanks, Bill, so much.
No, thank you for the opportunity, man. I feel like I made a new friend.
A reminder, DILF Part 1 is scheduled for release on February 14th. I'll have a link in the show notes, as well as links to his YouTube and Spotify channels. And that brings me to the end of this episode of The Randy Report. If you enjoy catching up on LGBTQ news in a quick podcast, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends. And hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss an episode. I like to think of The Randy Report as the 60 minutes of gay news, only shorter. And remember, you can find me every single day on the internet at therandyreport.com, where I cover the daily news cycle in terms of politics, pop culture, and entertainment news of interest to the LGBTQ community and its allies. Thanks for listening, folks. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.